What do you think would happen if men disguised their voices in a Valorant lobby as women? How do you think that would go? Yeah, not so good, right? So recently, Women in Games Argentina decided to try this experiment. They had 3 professional Valorant players who are men join a lobby and play, and in the middle of the match, they put on voice changers to sound like women. And this experiment went exactly as you would think it would go. If you don't know anything about Women in Games Argentina, they are an organization that is dedicated to creating more inclusive spaces for women in gaming. So back to the experiment, as these guys turn down their voice changers, any semblance of cooperation, seriously, out the window. Gone by nice to see ya. It went just like that. And the men that were disguising their voices as women were called slurs and, being trolled for playing a man's game and, anything that us women, would normally face. The trolling was so egregious that there's stats on this. So before the men changed their voices to female, one of the players racked up 15 kills and 2 deaths in one game. And then in the next game with the voice changer on, they had 16 deaths because the male players that they were playing with in the lobby just refused to play with them whatsoever. Here's a small clip from the video, but trigger warning, it is kind of nasty.
1, 2, 3,
Probando. 1, 2, 3, probando.
Qué paja, una mina.
¿Alguien me está escuchando? Entro.
Tómatela, placa.
Si quieren podemos intentar ir por
Nadie
B.
vaya por B, a ver si va tan rápido a la puta.
¿Alguien me puede venir a dar una mano?
¿No querés abandonar la partida, mejor puta de mierda?
Ahí tenés la kill que querías.
La kill te la mereces vos y todas las mujeres.
Trata de cubrir a... Bueno,
Si no te gusta, andate.
es un juego en equipo, tengo ganas de aportar.
Anda a la cocina a aportar mejor. Pedazo de puta.
No sé, que jueguen solos.
That last streamer you just saw was named Alfredito, and he went on to say about the experience that it really takes away from your desire to play. It's something you do not want to do anymore. I don't want to imagine having to live an experience like this on a daily basis. And unfortunately, that's the reality for most women who do try to start any sort of career or, even just a hobby playing an esports game. Experiences that these gamers have in this simulation or this experiment are all very similar. Lucius, the next streamer that goes on, after his experience, he says, honestly, you feel indignation, frustration. It's just very sad, really. This is exactly why women don't feel like they can pursue any sort of career in gaming or esports, because they are treated like this. The video ends with a quote saying, "The greatest difficulty of this game is not the gameplay." It's not the gameplay. We know that it's not the gameplay, it's the culture. And more experiments like this and bringing to light all of the difficulties that women face is really a great step, and hopefully